Hey, what's going on, guys? Samaj McLeod here, journalist with After Party, and today on After Party's Artist Spotlight, we have
Raydeo.
All right, so Raydeo. Just to start with that, is like, where does your name come from? Give me a little bit of details on that.
Well, the name actually came from a game called Jet Set Radio. So when I was a kid, me and my father and my brother used to bond over this game. It was just very like charismatic, very like loud as hell, and like the colors in the game was like, what the hell is going on? And then all these people were like roller skating and stuff, and then doing graffiti, and like they would not talk. It's just straight up like you say like it like be like comic book words over their head. So when I came to like the name like what my artist name, I was like Raydeo, but not like radio the way you spell it, like Raideo,
Okay.
Raydeo, so Raydeo. I just felt like it just felt like it felt to my nature.
No,
So
yeah.
every time you hear that name, it's like, who the hell is Raydeo?
No, I definitely get that. And like you look at social media, like a lot of your posts, very colorful. Even your fit right now, going crazy, going ham. Definitely fitted. Does that also come from kind of where the name comes from, or something else?
All the things you see on my Instagram or when you see like in my posts and stuff like that, it's all from like video games or places I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was a very introvert. Didn't really have that much friends. My imagination was like very all over the place because I saw things differently from people, and I'm starting to also grow to that. Like, I like the things that I like to put on. I like to express myself without being the need to like talk about it or say like, hey everybody, I'm this. Hey, this is what I do. Like, I feel like my outfit speaks for itself. So like, yeah, I get most of my inspiration from video games, movies, shows, cartoons. I'm like a big ass kid in this body.
No, I totally get that. So Maniac,
Yes. Oh, you gonna hit me with that?
I am. Let's jump into that.
Ah, yes. Maniac. Maniac was an album that I've been working on for about like 3 years now. It was a concept that I had for like this trilogy that I wanted to do when I first released my project called What Am I back in 2019. It was very like trap based. I was trying to express myself very heavily and like, what am I? And this is what I am, But I wanted to do like a trilogy that was like, what am I? Maniac, and it's like third project. So Maniac is basically like a synopsis of who Raydeo is, where I come from, my growing pains, everything that I structured from, and how I'm still learning to, cope with myself, like my flaws and everything. Because I'm a person that likes to wear my flaws on my sleeve. And, everything you see from my Instagram or my music, you see in person. This is me. So Maniac is supposed to give that answer to that question, like who is Raydeo, where he comes from, how he came to be.
All right. And then from there, you reference What Am I?
Yeah.
How have you seen yourself grow from when you released that to Maniac, which is now?
I see myself move very exponentially. Like I'm saying the word right, because I had a lot of things to like learn when it came to music. So I thought music could be like very freely, you could just gather like different types of sounds that you're inspired from, and you'd be like, oh yeah, let's just put it in a project. But like I didn't have a distinctive thing that was like, this is Raydeo, And I feel like I grew so much from that time period. I've learned so much from like other artists that I look up to. I learned from like going to like shows. I learned from watching like concerts and shit like that I've been to. Just like the shows too. But just being in an environment where people are like at the scale where you want to be, I've learned from that and I adapt from that. I'm like a Pokemon.
So in your last answer, you referenced your last project, What Am I? And then now we're at Maniac. Between then, 2019, 2022, where have you seen yourself grow? Have you figured out what exactly you are?
In a way, I feel like I'm getting to that answer, close to that answer. I feel like once I finish Maniac and I get to the finish line for that, I feel like I will finally be like, yo, this is who I am, this is what it is, and this is like this is my thing, this is myself, Because back when I created that project, I was very all around the place, and I was trying to learn and trying to like gather many things that I was inspired by. And, it's cool to get inspirations from many other artists that you look up to, but you start to place yourself in a way of like you don't have an identity. So like since 2019, I've been trying to search my identity, and I feel like I'm at the point now where my identity is more concrete. Now when people see me, whenever they hear my sounds, they're like, oh yeah, this is something that Raydeo would do. This is something that Raydeo would be in, you know? Because I've basically learned a lot from being like shows, from being like in crowds of people that I look up to, you know, like local artists that I go to see, and they just help me see that I could, you know, gather many things that they do for myself. So I'm like a chameleon, you know, like a Pokemon, and I like to be like, okay, he's doing this. How can I apply that to myself and make it my own thing? I don't have to be placed in this box where I'm just stagnant and lost and like, damn, what else should I do? You know, because I never want to be that type of artist where I'm just picking the next thing that's working. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take the long road than take the highway. You know, expressway, whatever.
100%. So going off of your answer to that, basing your music around your personality and making sure that people hear and feel what you're feeling in your music very much reminds me about an artist that we talked about before we kind of chopped it up here, Kendrick Lamar. The little smile you gave me as soon as I said his name kind of says it all, but I just wanted to talk about Kendrick real quick. Obviously has also had like a profound impact on me, but I just wanted to ask you, song, album, moment that has really like drove you to do what you do and why you do it?
That is a great question. Holy crap. You know, Kendrick is many things. You know, like that man, like to me, he's not even like it's not even hard. I just love him as a person. Like I love how he's so distinctive to the way he puts out his music and the message that he puts behind it. And I think I can't even name a song, but I can name like an album that like it was like, nah, this man is like this is the thing like maybe I want to do, you know what I'm saying? And that thing was when Kendrick Butterfly came out. You know, I was so eager to hear this like album. You know, he did like a cohort report like live, and it was like a titled song, which is in Title Master, Title 3, and I was like so synced into what he was talking about and how he was like so like potent of the message, and I was like, what in the heck? So when Kendrick Butterfly came out, I think if I can name a song there, it was These Walls. You know, I feel like that song is like a way of like describing how, you know, you are in a closed space where you feel like nothing outside can hear you. In retrospect, the things or the actions that you do cause a ripple effect around the people around you, you know what I'm saying? And that song was like a beautiful, distinctive song that described that type of narrative, you know? Even though he's talking about women, of course, but he's also talking about in a way of like using a person, but also causing a ripple effect that affects everybody around that one person that you're using, you know? And he's just inspired me in so much ways of like making sure that I stay true to myself, you know? Not only him, but also like Tyler, Mac Miller, you know? Those people are like the formula of like, this is what music should be to me, you know? Because everyone has their own opinion, but to me, this is what music should be when it comes to like you putting your love, passion, and like effort into it, you know? And when I get that off of him, it's just more so like, just be yourself, show your flaws, and be distinctive in what you talk about, you know? Like for my latest single, Action Figure, I wanted to make sure that like I'm describing where I come from and coming as I ask. Not no jewelry, not no there's gonna be like beautiful women and all that, you know we all love beautiful women. But you know, not no like things that show like I got it like that when in reality I'm still struggling. I'm still like in like my environment, I'm still like, you know, trying to make a way of like what my art does, you know what I'm saying? And I just really wanted to show like my music with that. So the Action Figure, that's like a way of showing like, hey, I'm an action figure in my own environment. I represent my hood. I represent my city. This is where I come from. This is how I am. And this is what the hell I'm saying about my story. You know, very punchy. But also catch me.
No, I think that's dope because there's a lot of people in music, but in life itself, just kind of trying to play a role that like you're not really playing. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of doing things that like appeal good to like social media and life, but you're really just putting it on full display, which I think is special. In Action Figure, in your music, in you specifically, why do you feel like being yourself is important?
Well, I mean, all my life, if I can get really deep, when I was younger, I always found myself following people. I tried to follow friends from school, which, you know, we all done. I was trying to follow my brother, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we time period I felt like he was being, very bitter about just because I was young and I was like, you're my brother, you're the only person that I have type of, who understands me, but he's just trying to show me like, no, we need to show people how they gotta understand this because we need to stand for themselves. So, me going into that, me trying to be myself and trying to also paint the picture where like, yo, it's okay to show people where you're from. It's okay to show people like you got nothing. It's okay to show that you're crying. It's okay that you're showing that you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? That you're in pain. You know what I'm saying? Like today, like how hard it was for me to wake up and then work out and then also come here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very like potent to show people the reality of things because people like to be lied to and fake. It's so easy to consume a lie, but it's hard to take the truth because everybody doesn't want to accept the truth from them. I'm a person that accepted my truth because all I had was myself to give me that guidance. You know what I'm saying? I look in the mirror every day and I make sure that I tell myself that everything I'm doing is worthwhile. The fact that I'm here with you, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm talking to you, the fact that I'm meeting other artists and they're seeing my light, it's not because I'm trying to be all braggadocious and be like, oh, this is who I am, this is what I do, what do you do? No, this is me coming from a sandbox that we're all in, and I want to show you how this part of the sand is still as beautiful as yours, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as the other side of the grass is greener. We're all in the same motherfucking grass. Therefore, we should all flourish and bloom, So, me just being myself is just me trying to create that narrative for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody tells me, no one gives me like a pat on my back and like, hey man, you're good, and hey man, you should, da-da-da. No one tells me that. I do that for myself, and now that I do that for myself, I see myself as a leader and an advocate for that, so I do that to others that can't speak up for me.
Well, I'm gonna give you a pat on the back and tell you you're good, and you're putting in work for sure.
That's my bad. I get very, very passionate when it comes to that.
I like that. That's what the world needs. That's what we all need, realistically. Talk about the sandbox coming from somewhere, New York, where we all have that common thread here. How has that influenced you? Why is being from New York important? How is that showing your music, your style, your clothing? Talk to me about the New York influence.
Well, New York as a whole, we originated, hip hop itself. I'm not even saying that to be like, because people see New Yorkers or New York as a whole like, oh, we're cocky and we feel like we got it like that. Like, no, bro, it's because like we just put a lot of heart and effort. You know what I'm saying? The show was created in the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. But like the show was originated from the Bronx, from like Grandmaster Flash, the Bombadas, and all that stuff, and just making sure that we gave people a chance to speak with music, because back in the day, we didn't have that much hip-hop. We was mostly listening to like rock and shit and like folk blues and all that stuff, like we were in that too, but hip-hop was like more of a way that we could get like very stylish with, very like, we could find a way to like still give the same narrative, but in a very hip, in a very, hoppy way, like, oh yeah, we here, you know what I'm saying? And like, it just gives that distinct of like, we're from a concrete where we all walk on, and it's very fast paced, and it's like, you're a hustler. But when you're in New York, even if you just came to New York, you're considered a hustler, because in this city, is either you sit down and become a sheep, or you get up and become a wolf and you get yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know you can relate to that. Yeah. You get out there, put yourself out there as much as you can, and no one is telling you, hey, this is how you gotta do it. You do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we are born hustlers. And I feel like New York is like, it's like you going outside already, it inspires you to be like, all right, I'm here, now it's time for me to go put out my shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And when it comes to like culture, like, when it comes like for instance, like Nas, I just have to bring up Nas. Nas, you know what I'm saying? Like he always came from he was from Queens, and he just showed what he had, what he got, and how New York is as a whole when it gets to the point where like shit is gritty, shit is like real life shit, and there's many other artists like that too. And I just feel like New York just gives you the real shit. We don't fake it out here. I mean, right now there's some, I'm not gonna say names, but there's some, little some worry stuff, but at the same time, still New York has that heart of like, we give you the real shit, we don't play. And that influenced me with like music, clothing, attitude, the way I speak to people, you know what I'm saying? Just very concrete from where I come from, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Now I'm gonna ask you, giving viewers some real shit, give like a younger kid, a creative, especially a musician, but give them your advice, tell them what's on your mind, how to keep it going. You know what I mean? I've definitely had times in my creative process where I'm like, I don't know if this is worth it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. Sounds like you have had very similar experiences, and then you've kind of pushed yourself to get out of that and do it for yourself. So, but sometimes you need someone to tell you something. Right now, I want you to like be that person and tell someone something. Yeah, just I know you can do it. Just hit it a little hard.
Okay. Well, I'm about to look at this one.
Yeah, look right there.
Well, if you're out there and you're starting off as an artist or creative, or you're trying to find your passion in anything you do, all I can say is, first thing is get out your head. Get out your head and just believe what you're doing is going to be the shit that makes everything worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Always tell yourself that, you know, every day, even when things get hard, that, you know, it's worth it. It's worth the sweat, it's worth the tears, it's worth the blood on your fucking fingertips, you know what I'm saying? And don't let nobody control your narrative. You control your narrative. It's up to you to go out there and put yourself in the limelight, you know what I'm saying, and show people your shine. The same way your mother or your father, or even your closest friend sees your shine, sees your spark, it's the same way that you can do that with your art and let people see how amazing you are. You know what I'm saying? I come from a place where people really did not tell me that, you know, and I still managed to say, fuck it. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna show people how amazing I am. It doesn't matter how many people I lose at my path. It doesn't matter how many people I gain. I'm gonna still remain myself and still remain humble and show people how amazing I am, because that's what we need. We need people that are just genuine to this shit, that love this shit, you know what I'm saying? That don't be lying to themselves about their identity, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you feel down and you feel like, damn, things are not working, just know it is working, because you have to also remind yourself how far you came to this point, and you're still going. Think about that. You're still going. Even when shit is hard, sleepless nights, you probably smell like ass, but that's the point of this whole thing. That's the point. It's supposed to be shit like that. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be like rough. Things are not easy, especially if you're not taking shortcuts. If there's people out there that they never had like a wooden spoon, they had like a silver or golden, but their parents were in their shit. No. You control that narrative. You put in the work and take no shortcuts, and I guarantee you when you make it, bro, you're there in the limelight, it will be all worth it because you did that and with the people on your team. Same way I'm doing that right now. I have come from nothing and I do all this shit from the clothes on my back and the people that give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? My whole team, you know? And I love them to death. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that same thing is gonna flourish with you if you just go with your heart. Man. Yes, use your head, go with your heart and trust yourself. And everything will just be fun. Anybody that knows that shit will be fun.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I told you you would. Raydeo, thanks for doing this with me. Thanks for giving amazing answers. Fire fit, looking amazing, about to kill it. Keep killing it. Any last words for our latest artist spotlight?
Yes. Action Figure is out now, the single, and also the official video has been released. It's on my YouTube at Raydeo World, Raydeo World. And yeah, man, it's been an honor to be with you guys. This was amazing, for real. That's all I want to say. And also, Maniac coming soon. Release date unknown, because you're gonna have to wait. Great art takes time, so yeah, stop harassing me. Now I'm playing. I'm playing. But yeah, man, thank you for having me here.
Of course.
Amazing.
Swag.
Swag. Swag.